Let's say we want to prove this theorem. We have been given Pn is equal to a0 plus a1 n raised to 1 plus a2 n square plus and so on am into n raised to m. Then prove that Pn is big of n raised to m. Here am is positive and a0, a1, a2 are constant coefficient. So we want to prove that this Pn is equal to big of n raised to m. So how to prove this? Let's start with Pn. We have been given Pn. We will say that Pn is less than equals to, if I take positive constant, this, if I consider positive value of this coefficient, then this right hand side part will be greater than this Pn, because in Pn this constant may be negative. So let me to consider positive constant. We know that this am is positive, so this right hand side part will be greater than left hand side part, that is Pn. Now take n raised to m common. So if I take n raised to m common, so we'll have a0 divided by n raised to m, because here there was no n raised to m, plus a1 n raised to m minus 1 and so on. So finally we'll have am. Here we have n raised to m. So we know that this is again less than, if I remove denominator part, only if I consider this positive value of coefficient, then again this part will be greater than previous part. So just I am considering numerator part, here am and n raised to m. We know that this will be true for all n greater than equals to 1. Now let's consider this as a c into n raised to m, where my c is addition of all coefficient, addition of all positive coefficient. We are considering absolute value of coefficient. So this is less than equal to c into n raised to m, where c is equal to addition of all positive constant coefficient. So now according to definition of big O notation, we can say that this Pn is equal to big O of n raised to m, where for what is n0, we know that this is n0 is 1. So for n0 is equal to 1 and c is equal to this positive constant coefficient, we can say that Pn is equal to big O of n raised to m. Similarly, let's prove this theorem that Pn is equal to a0 plus a1n plus a2n square plus n up to am n raised to m. Then prove that Pn is omega of n raised to m. Here, to prove that Pn is omega of n raised to m, we need to show that Pn is greater than some c into Gn. So Pn is greater than equal to some c into Gn. We know Gn is n raised to m. So here Gn is n raised to m, and we need to find out some c so that this Pn become greater than c into n raised to m. So here let's consider c is equal to am divided by, if I take all positive constant, sum of all positive constant in denominator part, then this Pn will become greater than, so a1 plus up to am minus 1. And this is true for all n greater than equals to some p. This p will be 1 if at 1 this Pn is positive. Otherwise, we need to find out value where this Pn is positive, because if Pn is negative, then this equation won't be true, and if at 1 if Pn is positive, then this equation will be true. And obviously we are assigning this omega notation to positive function only, so we can say that this Pn is true for some c into n raised to m. So from definition of omega notation, we can say that Pn is omega of n raised to m, where Cn is am divided by summation of a0 plus a1 plus up to am minus 1. All those are positive value, absolute values, and this is true for all n greater than equal to p. This p will be 1 if Pn is positive at 1. Otherwise, we have to find out corresponding p where Pn is positive. Let's have a look at example of this. For example, if growth rate of function is given by fn is equal to n square plus 10n minus 20. We want to assign omega notation to this function. Consider that this is the growth rate of any algorithm, and this is represented by this function. So we want to assign omega notation to this function. So now, according to this theorem, we know that this fn is greater than 1 divided by, because the coefficient of n square is 1, so 1 divided by 10 plus 20, that is 30, into n square. So this is true for all n greater than equals to 2, because for 1 this function fn is negative. For n is equal to 1, we know that fn is negative, and that is minus 9, and in that case it is not greater than equals to 1 by 30 n square. So in that case this inequality is not true. This is not greater than. And for negative function, we are not assigning omega notation or as well as big O notation. So let's check for n is equal to 2. For n is equal to 2, we know that fn is 4. If we place 2 in this equation, we'll get fn is equal to 4, and that is obviously greater than equals to this 1 by 30 n square, that is 0.30. So we know that for n greater than equals to 2, this fn is greater than 1 by 30 of n square. So we can say that fn is omega of n square. And if fn is positive for all value of n where n is greater than equals to 1, then we can directly say that it is true for all n greater than equals to 1. So here, if fn is, consider another example, if fn is equal to n square plus 10n minus 10, for this growth rate we want to assign omega notation, then we know that it is greater than equals to 1 by 20 of n square, and this is true for all n greater than equals to, see, for 1, for value of 1, what is the function fn? For value of 1, function fn is 1, and that is positive, and we know that 1 is greater than 1 by 20, right? So this fn is omega of n square, directly we can say that. So in short, we need to assign in big O or omega notation, we need to take a higher order of n. Let's have a look at example for big O notation. Consider that we have been given this growth rate correspond to any algorithm. So that is 2n square plus 6n plus 10. in case of big O notation, let's say we want to assign big O notation to this function, then we need to show that this fn is less than equal to some c into gn, and we know that gn is the highest order of, and the highest order of function in this given function. So n square having the highest order compared to this n and constant, so that will be our gn, and as a constant we'll consider 10 plus 6, that is 16 plus 2, 18, so 18 n square, and this is true for all n greater than equals to 1. So from definition of big O notation we can say that fn is big O of n square, and this is true for all n greater than equals to 1. So this is our 1 is our n0. So initially we proved that Pn is equal to big O of n raised to m, and then we proved that Pn is omega of n raised to m. Then from these two theorem we can say that Pn is also theta of n raised to m. So based on this theorem, if we have been given any kind of polynomial equation, this kind of polynomial equation, we can directly assign theta notation, or you can say big O notation or omega notation.